All right, let's paint some complementary colors. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your color wheel and your large sheet of paper, and I want you to put a line down the center of your large paper. You could even fold your paper in half if that makes it easier for you, just like this. So this is the line where you're going to split up your colors. So on one half, you're gonna choose a color. It could be any color that you like. So I'm gonna choose blue, and I'm just gonna label this blue so I remember. Then on the opposite side, I'm gonna choose a color that is blue's complement. So we know that the only complementary color of blue is orange. So I have to pick orange on this side if I choose blue. Now, below the blue, I'm gonna pick a color that's next to blue on the color wheel. That's called an analogous color. So I can either pick green or purple. I think I'm gonna pick green. Then below orange, I have to pick the color that is the complement of green. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pick red because red is across from green. So if I picked green, I'm going to pick red on the other side, okay? So I have two complementary colors, blue and orange, and green and red. Orange and red are next to each other on the color wheel. Blue and green are next to each other. So now that I've planned out my colors, it's time to do my painting. So I'm gonna start with my blue-green combination first. So I'm just gonna use these bottles, twist the top open a little bit, and put a little dab of blue and a little dab of green. I'm gonna use my big thick brush to paint this because I'm gonna be painting nice and even and big layers of color, so I wanna have my big brush. So I'm gonna start with my blue, and I'm just gonna paint from left to right blue. Okay, so now you can see I put a little placemat underneath my paper so I don't get paint on my table. So now I'm gonna take my blue and I'm just gonna paint from left to right blue. And I wanna stay only in the first box. I don't wanna go into the second box too much. If you run out of color, you can always put another dab of your color on there. So I'm gonna paint this until I get about halfway on my square. I'm gonna go a little bit more than halfway because I wanna blend blue into green. So I'm trying to make sure this is nice and smooth and even by doing soft, even layers like this. Smooth, 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 smooth. Now I'm gonna wash my brush and switch to my green. And this time, because I wanna make a color fade, I'm gonna start at the bottom. So I'm gonna go green going up. And I'm gonna try and meet the blue. Now, once I meet the blue, I'm gonna go over the blue a little bit because I wanna mix these. So once I overlap the blue and the green, you'll see they start to mix and make that nice color fade. So I'm overlapping my colors a little bit to mix them into the middle. So I've got blue into green. All right, I'm gonna go now to my other side and repeat orange into red, wash my brush off. I need to take a little bit of my red now. And my orange. And I'm gonna start with my red. Okay, go about halfway, then wash that off. And take my orange now and go in the opposite direction with my orange. Okay, I finished my painting. As you can see, I overlapped a little bit so that these two colors mix, red into orange, so it makes that nice color fade. Now I'm gonna put this on the drying rack with my name on the back, and I'm gonna wait for this to dry, and then when it's dry, I'm gonna watch the part 2 video to see how to make my lava lamp shapes.